It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. Hi, Vera.
Hey, Heather. How's it going?
I'm really short. I'm being really short. I'm being really short today.
Really short?
It's conference week. I'm like,
So you should explain for those who don't know, explain what that means.
Yeah. So we put in on meetings for some associations that we work for and work with. And so we have in-person meeting that we're going to be doing and, staying as compliant with, or staying not as compliant, staying compliant with local public health requirements for those in-person meetings. And it's a lot, there's multiple sessions and education.
So it's kind of like, it's like a conference.
Yeah, it is a conference, their annual conference for both, for two clients. And we're going to take a week, possibly two off. We just don't know right now. Because I can't, I just won't have time. You're going to hear me like, if you think my mind wanders now, you should see me in action.
So I can't mom today for a week or two.
Quite literally cannot mom today. So you're getting all my brain power right now. So I can go to sleep tonight and then go to conference tomorrow.
Oh, goody. So is Baker just going to stay home with Brad?
Yes, he will stay home with Brad this time. And then the next conference, he will stay home with Brad until Brad also has drill the same weekend. Of course, it always happens that we have something going on the same weekend. It's just kidding. But his family is amazing. His brother's going to swing by and pick him up and fly him to Oklahoma. His brother lives in Dallas, so he's going to fly here, pick him up, fly to Oklahoma. Then we're going to join him in Oklahoma after that. So, but he gets to go to an OU football game, which he's super excited about. And Brad's jealous that he gets to go before he does.
Oh, that's a nice stadium. I've been there. Florida State, played up there several years ago, and it's really nice.
They made it nicer.
Did they?
They did some expansions on it in the last couple of years, 2, 3. We
talked about how nice the fans were. Like the fans were super nice to us and would be like, hey, we're tailgating. You want some food? And like, it was really cool, even though we were from the rival team. We're not rival, but opposite team. And the town is really nice. And I liked it there. That's cool. I mean, it's not the Seminoles, but that's it.
Anyways,
so Baker will be taken care of, at least. That's good.
Yeah, and he loves his Uncle Sean. Like, my God, the sun and moon sets on him.
Aw, that's so cute. Little Baker,
it is really
man.
Cute. So how are you?
I'm good, busy like you. Well, football season and all the stuff that I do for Jerry's, for the Osceola, covering FSU sports. That's busy. Did
he own the Osceola when we used to tailgate in front of there? Yes. Oh God, that's funny.
Isn't that funny? So to explain for people who don't know, so when Heather and I worked together at the radio station, right? That was, he owned, right? This was years and years ago.
No, it's not 20 years.
Yeah. I was pregnant with Luke. So
but I didn't work there. I didn't work there then.
Yeah.
So you worked there that long ago.
Yeah. We did it several years.
We worked for, we did it for a long time. So we worked for a radio station and we always would broadcast live from the stadium. But we couldn't, not at the stadium. It was right across the street from the stadium. If you've ever been there, it's literally, you could spit and hit the parking lot of the stadium.
Yes.
But it was so, it was just such a cool, fun. Like, I loved doing that tailgate. Like, that was so much fun. And I always have my dad come pick me up and drop me off, so I didn't have to drive with all the traffic, and I could drink while I'm doing it.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And so it was there actually was a building for the Osceola back then. And my friend who ended up eventually introducing me to Jerry, she had contacted him when she knew the radio station. She worked at the radio station, and she had contacted him and said, hey, we need a place to tailgate. Can we tailgate on the deck of your building? And he was like, yeah, sure. We know it's going to be on the weekend. We'll be closed. So we're not going to be in there. So
people were
little
in there.
Did I know. I think, maybe they were, but
they would use it or whatever. Cause I had to use the restroom sometimes. Cause you're drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Little did I know that a few years later, I'd end up meeting him. I never met him when we were there. If I did, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then we got married. So it's funny. But yeah, we started doing that when I was, Luke is almost 19 now. So, and I was pregnant with Luke. There's a picture of me in front of that building, actually, with some other people from the radio station, from one of those tailgates. And then you came along and worked at the radio station when Luke was what? How old was he? He was like a year.
I was like 2004 or 5.
So he was 2. Luke was born in 2002. So yeah, so we were there several years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
So funny.
Little did you know, this little 20-something-year-old would become his gorgeous, amazing wife. Yeah, hey.
We have a really interesting topic to talk about today.
Yes.
So one of our people, and you haven't been following along because you've been busy, but that's my escape from, when I take a break, I'll watch TikTok, or not TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I don't even know Instagram. And she's been going through a lot. So Shalene, we've brought up a ton of times. She had plastic surgery done. And
Shalene Johnson, she does a bunch of like Beachbody videos. Mm-hmm. And I actually was the one that turned Heather onto her.
You are.
I just have to say, years ago, because I was a big fan, and she's amazing and she's very funny and has tons of information. So, but Heather has taken it to another level. She follows her and watches all of her Instagram videos. So there you go.
Yeah, because I think I just love her. She's just a great person. Yeah. So she had breast reduction, and like she replaced her implants and did like a little tummy tuck, or reducing her C-section scar. Anyways, so she thought she's a really big researcher. Like she researches everything. So she looked at like all these websites to make sure that she was, this doctor was great and whatever. And like, she just didn't have the greatest experience with this doctor. So then she started digging in more. And especially because like some of the things that she had experienced with this doctor. So I'm not going to tell her story because it's not my story to tell, but she has documented so much of it. So I suggest you go listen to her podcast, which is the Shalene Show, or go to her Instagram, which is like the official Shalene Johnson, I think. But anyway, so that got me
with a C.
Yeah.
Shalene with a C.
Yeah. So that brought me to the thing of like plastic surgery. Like, so I have had plastic surgery, and you've had Botox, haven't you?
Yes, I've had Botox and I've had fillers too, although I didn't do, and I just started doing microneedling on my neck.
Wait, what? You had, I didn't know you had fillers.
Yeah, but I only did them like twice, and I wasn't like super impressed with the results, and it's pretty expensive. Right around my mouth. Okay. They call them marionette. I call them the Cabbage Patch Kid lines, but I think they call them the marionette lines.
Okay, yeah,
the lines. Well, the first time the filler was like kind of, by my nose, and I didn't really want it there because I've always had lines there. Even when I was a little kid, I was like, I don't care. What are you doing? And it was really painful. And then the second time, and so I didn't notice much of anything. And then the second time they did where I really wanted it, which is the lower part, the real Cabbage Patch Kid part, kind of like on your chin, sort of next to your mouth. Mm-hmm. And that they numbed me better, so it didn't hurt as much. And I liked the results to some degree, but again, it was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to go through that, if it's really that worth it. However, the Botox, I love the Botox. That's totally one of the things that I absolutely indulge in. It's like my gift to myself twice a year or whatever. And I get, like I said, I just started doing microneedling. So I'm going to see, I'll let you know if I like the results. It takes like 3 months to get to notice anything. So I'm about to get my second one done. That hurts a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's like it's fine. But I noticed my neck was getting creepy, and I'm watching my mother. I'm like staring at my mother every time I see her, like, what's going to happen to my face? Okay, that's going to happen. I've got to prevent that. That sounds terrible.
No, but my mother,
but she looks amazing for her age. Oh my God. And considering she's had nothing done, and she looks absolutely amazing. So I'm like, I won't complain if I look like that when I'm in my late 70s. Goodness. I mean, but if I can prevent some stuff, I'm not against it. If I can, push it off a little.
Yeah, totally.
So, but you haven't had anything done, right?
Well, I had breast reduction.
Oh, that's right. But that was really too, I mean, that was because you were uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, yes. And like, I had like big floppy boobs. And so I didn't want big, when you have big floppy boobs at like 20, like, is that like something that really you're proud of? No. So, because they just grew overnight. And then like, it was just like, it didn't. And then they just were saggy. It wasn't appealing whatsoever. And like, so that made me self-conscious. And so that's something that I went into.
But you had, I remember you showing me, didn't you say like you had issues with your bra strap cutting into your shoulders and stuff like that?
I still do, because they just grew back. Bastards.
I know they're weird like that sometimes.
I know. So yes, I did. And I love the results. But back then when I got it done, it was 2000, early 2000s. And, the big thing then was breast implants, and like everybody's getting them. I was like, nope, cut them down. Like, how small can you get them? And there wasn't that many plastic surgeries in Tallahassee at the time, or surgeons in Tallahassee at the time. And so I got really lucky, and I went to this doctor, Dr. Hill, I believe. And he was amazing. Like I got a mammogram last year, and then she's like, "Oh, you had breast reduction? Yeah, I see. They look really good." I was like, "Thanks." Because they, like, she's like, you can't imagine how many I've seen that are bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, there are some people who have had some bad. Yeah. And then you're screwed. Like, what do you do? I mean, you have to go to somebody else.
Yeah. Go back to somebody else. And so like, and that's why I would suggest you going to listen to Shalene's podcast, because she gives a lot of good insight on what to do and how to approach researching and, et cetera.
Yeah. So, well, surgery scares me, but again, if I get to a point, cause what I'm starting to notice, like thus the micro needling on my neck, but also too, the little bit of, as I'm like touching my face, like you can see me, like my jawline, like I wouldn't be against getting something done with that eventually. But again, it's still I have a girlfriend that got it done and it looks amazing. Like it's one of those things where I knew she got it done. And I was like, oh my God, it looks so good. But you looked at her, she didn't look like, she was like facing the wind, like it looks so natural and it was so well done. So, but again, it still just kind of makes me nervous going under the knife. Ooh. Yeah.
Well, I think that I feel like it's such a big thing now that people are morphing into the same person. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's got the high cheekbones and like the, I don't know. Cause it's just like the big lips. Yeah. And I'm just like, everybody's morphing it. Not everybody, obviously, but like a lot of people that are doing plastic surgery are morphing into this person, this entity that everybody thinks is
a Kardashian.
I don't even think it's that, honestly. Like it's more drastic than that. But I think it's like, you take a little step and a little step, like you're like, oh, this isn't bad. Oh, this isn't bad. Oh, this isn't bad. Oh, this, and then next thing you know, you look like Renee Zellweger or Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. Well, like Teen Mom 2, that's I think when we've mentioned that there's like the one girl who went and had some stuff done and now just went and had some more stuff done. Brianna, that was her. And I'm like, girl, you're just like, and then one of the other Teen Mom 2 girls, what's her name? Jade. Yeah. She just went and had, a whole bunch of stuff done. And I'm like, goodness. I mean, she had like her face, her boobs, her butt,
everything done,
stomach, all at once. And poor thing. I mean, I really felt for her, but just to me, it's like, these people are just like, I don't know. It just seems a little extreme. It makes me feel old. Like, am I just a little too conservative as far as that's all concerned? I don't know.
I think that the current generation has like, we didn't have social media growing up. So we only had others to compare ourselves to in person, or magazines or whatever. It wasn't like blasted across social media every single day that this is what you're supposed to look like. And so I think that has a lot to do with it. But it's, plastic surgeons reputable plastic surgeons don't, and I say that very cautiously, they tend to not do more than one procedure at a time.
Well, it just seems like so much on your body. Yeah. I mean, A, the pain, and B, your poor body has to heal all of that all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, that just seems like, goodness. I mean, whoa. So, I mean, I skinned my knee a few weeks ago and it's taken me it's still been a month and it hurts right now. So I can't imagine having all those incisions and crap sucked out of you and stuck inside you like you're a freaking stuffed animal,
No.
And I don't know. It just kind of makes me a little bit sad that people are going to these extremes. It just seems like a little too much. Again, am I old?
I do think it's a mentality thing for, like what you've experienced and what these younger people are experiencing.
Yeah.
And I mean, in our day, it was everybody got boob implants. Everybody.
Yes. Oh,
And one of our friends, Heather, also, she had them done. She had so many health issues because of them. That's what they're figuring out now is like, there's this new disease that
breast implant illness. It's called.
And it can go from anything like to cancer to just like autoimmune issues. Like it's insane.
Yeah, she had hers taken out. And I have another, well, not a friend, somebody I know, her daughter developed, I think it's MS. And she had hers taken out too, because the doctor said, it's possible your breast implants are making your body create this autoimmune issue, which is what MS is. And so she had hers taken out too. And you can actually look, there's a Facebook group. If you just, do a search on breast implant illness, where they show pictures of, the doctors after they've taken the breast implants out, they have like mold on them. Oh. And they're not that they haven't leaked or anything like that. They sometimes like grow mold. Can you imagine?
No.
I mean,
how does it even happen?
Exactly.
Like some water. I mean, not water, some sunlight. I don't know.
Some sunlight. No, I think it needs no sunlight. That's when it's dark. That's when it grows.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I'm no expert on it, but all I know is that there is, and that's our girlfriend. She was developing issues, and she found this one doctor, and the doctor said, I think you need to get your breast implants out, because I think that's what's causing the problem. And she literally found, and I'm talking about this because she's very open about it. I think she'd be fine with us talking about it, and in fact would encourage it, because she's like, people need to know. Literally, because she was getting like rashes on her face and felt terrible. And she's one of those people with super high energy, is always like going. And she was exhausted all the time. And she said she felt better like within days after getting her breast implants taken out. Like her face cleared up. She started getting her energy back. Like she was like, it's crazy. So I mean, that doesn't happen to everybody. I mean, some people are just totally fine with their implants, and, more power to you. I'm not criticizing that at all, but if you have them and you're not feeling well, definitely look it up. Breast implant illness, because that could be a thing.
We have somebody in our group that's like, she's like, I've had it all and it's amazing. And I love it. I love that her honesty. She's like, yeah, heck yeah.
Oh, you mean a plastic surgery?
Yeah.
She's had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surgery.
Yeah. We'll talk about because you put a survey on our Facebook group. So what did people say on the survey?
Some people said that one was like, I've had all the things done except for her face. And then she's spending that right now. So, and I asked, I was like, well, is there anything that like maybe isn't like the juice isn't worth the squeeze, on the surgery? And she's like, nope, all of it was worth it. Every penny.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, you go, girl.
Yeah.
One other person had her nose done, but she had a deviated septum as well. And that's something I've always wanted to do, but I feel like it's so scary, painful.
Yeah. You see people. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I can do that.
I'm not a huge fan of my nose either, but then I just decided that I was going to come to terms with it, and it's mine. It's my nose. I'm going to love it.
Yeah. I mean, exactly.
He won with my nose.
It is what it is. Poor Baker is going to have a hard, we don't know what nose he's going to get, but it's not going to be the best.
Yeah. Look, on men though, men can rock a big nose better than women can, I think. Yeah. They can. Well, and look, this is what I tell myself, because at the right angle, when I take pictures, I can do like the Princess Di look, because she didn't have a great nose.
Yeah, true.
If you look at her, and she was beautiful. So like, I'm just or Meryl Streep. I think Meryl Streep is gorgeous too. And she doesn't have a great nose.
Yeah. I had I had a manager, which is gross, by the way. When you hear this, you're gonna be like, oh, that's something inappropriate. But I was very young, and I was a minor at the time too. But he was like, you have a very attractive nose. I'm like, stop. What is wrong with you?
Hashtag me too.
I was like,
not making fun of the Me Too movement, but yeah, that's kind of what
inappropriate, completely inapproproate. For him
that is inappropriate.
But also the fact that you think my nose is attractive is not
kind of
okay.
odd. Yeah. That's like, I really like your big toe.
It's so attractive.
It's so attractive.
It's so unique.
Take me now.
Another lady said that she had a breast augmentation. She was one of those people that swore she'd never do plastic surgery, but she's like, they look great.
Yeah.
She's like,
no, I think that if it's something that makes you feel confident, like me with my Botox, like it makes me so happy. Mm-hmm. And again, excuse me, again, I've, gotten a little flack from people because they're like, well, you've got RA. Maybe is that good for you to, inject poisons in your face? And I'm like, screw you, I'm doing it. So it makes me happy. There's, I have RA. It makes me feel like ass. So I'm gonna do something that makes me feel good.
I do want to get that too. I have by the side of my eyes, I have one deep line on both sides of my eyes from like I don't know, squinting or eye rolling. I don't know. But
I think eye rolling. I vote eye rolling.
Yeah. So do you want to get that done, or maybe fillers? I don't know what to do. But anyways, I want to do that eventually. Not the time because I don't have the money. But then someone said, I no, a hard no. I will never get surgery because I'm scared of being put under.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing for me. It scares me to be put under, and then the thought of being like cut kind of gives me the oogie boogies.
Yeah. I would like to get my eyelids done one day because I have droopy eyelids and like I have really deep bags under my eye. There's a lot of stuff I'd change about myself, but the tipping point for me comes to money because I just don't. It's expensive and I don't have it.
It is,
and there's other things I'd much rather spend my money on.
Yeah.
So my vanity is not as hard as my money.
That was another one of my guilty pleasure TV shows that I watch is 90 Day Fiance. And there's that one woman that had, her name's Angela. She had, tummy tuck, she had a, what do you call it? Where, you can't eat as much. She had a stomach.
Like sleeve or.
Yeah. She had one of those
bypass
things. Mm-hmm. So she lost a pile of weight and she got her boobs redone. And then the doctors were like, well, when you lose weight, and she's in her 50s, you're going to need to have a chin lift or whatever, because you're going to lose all this weight and your chin's going to be saggy. You're going to have the waddle. Mm-hmm. And they said it was like $25,000, I think.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, holy crap. That's like a car.
I think that's really expensive.
Yeah. Like, I don't think when my girlfriend, when she had it done, she was not overweight and she was just getting older and just wanted it tightened a little. So I think I remember hers was only like 10,000. Of course, it was probably 15 years ago. So, but even still, I don't think inflation has gone up that much. Yeah. But maybe too, because Angela on the TV show, she was talking to a person out in LA. So maybe in LA too, that's LA prices.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, 25,000. I don't know if that would be worth it for me.
Also, maybe not get a doctor off of like, one of those discount sites.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there's that. But no, like I said, my girlfriend, she researched this person and the doctor.
But be careful because Yelp evidently has like a system where they hide reviews or like these reviews we didn't feel were, necessary or whatever, were relevant. And it's like, if you go all the way down to that person's page, you'll see them.
Wow.
And it's like in little tiny font. I think it might be in gray. Yeah. So be careful when you're looking at any of those and like ask around, ask your friends. And like biggest thing, Shalene said is like, use your gut. Like, she was like, I just ignored my gut. And there was this, I shouldn't have ignored my gut. And I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get a good feeling, but it's like going, cause it's like, we can be backseat quarterbacks all, whatever it's called. I don't care.
backseat drivers or armchair quarterbacks.
Yeah. Same thing, same thing.
Hey, backseat quarterback. Yeah.
So, we could say that that's not something that we would, I wouldn't let somebody do that to me. And it's like, but you don't know until you get into that situation, True. And like, you may be more experienced than the other person, but what if you go to a dentist and this dentist does this thing to you? Or what if you go to a doctor and, it's all about, listen to yourself, like listen to yourself and listen to your gut instinct. Like if it's not making you feel good, leave.
Yes. No, that's a very good point.
In
And
every
I like
situation, if you're in a
Yeah.
building and you don't feel comfortable with somebody, walk away.
Yeah, no, that's true. Using your gut is a very good thing for many situations. Absolutely. And, but I definitely, the thing is, that's kind of hard is you can't like say to your friend, have you had plastic surgery?
Yeah, you
'Cause a lot
can.
of
I
people
feel like
don't want to
everybody
talk
talks
about it.
now.
Well, now maybe, but some people like my girlfriend that had the chin thing done, she was extremely private about it. And
yeah, and not everyone is, but they're gonna. But the great thing about social media, one of the good things is that they have a group for everybody.
That's
so like
true.
there's gonna be a group that you can go on to and search it and say, what should I be looking for? If my doctor did this, is this okay?
Yeah.
Go on different sites.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Facebook groups and things where you can research rather than just Yelp. Like you said, sometimes Yelp, the reviews maybe aren't accurate. So there's a bunch of stuff ways that you can research, which is
and
good.
It's not just Yelp, it's other pages too. So don't like think that they're the devil. Like they have a computer figuring out the system, but there are other sites that like people think are reputable and the doctors are allowed to or can pay to have reviews removed.
Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah.
So don't always trust all the review sites.
Yes. Well, and again, that goes for many things, not just plastic surgery. So yeah. Well, I'll let you know. Well, I, on the other hand, will tell anybody and everybody when I get stuff done.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, look at this. Isn't this awesome? Isn't this Botox great? So I am not afraid to be honest about it. So if I do go under the knife at any point, don't worry. You can ask me and I'll tell you.
Yeah. It's interesting. Listen, when I got my boobs on, they were damn perky. Holy cow. I was like, oh, dang, girl, they're going to shoot the ceiling. Yeah. But my doctor warned me though, that he was so nice. Oh my God. He retired a few years ago, but he was so nice. He's like, they're going to be very perky. Don't worry. They will settle. But he was super nice. I didn't have drains or anything. It was great.
Oh yeah. Great. Oh, that's cool.
A great experience. And then we worked with somebody that actually used to work for his office part-time because she was an esthetician too. Julie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, he's amazing. I was like, good. Well, if you say he is, then
yeah.
I mean, this was years after my surgery. So it wasn't even I was worried about it at that point, but I was just like, oh, good. I'm glad I picked somebody good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like you said, there weren't a lot. There are a few more now in Tallahassee, but again, Tallahassee's not very big. So there's not that many, but there are a couple definitely where I hear more better things than others. And he was one that I heard good stuff about. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to share your plastic surgery journey or not journey and reasons why, then we're happy to hear them on our Facebook page at I Can't Mom Today Podcast, or you can email them. I can't mom today podcast at gmail.com. You can hit us up on Instagram. I Can't Mom Today Podcast, Twitter. You have a TikTok. I don't know that you've done anything with it.
Nah, I suck.
It's okay. I've heard it's a vortex. And that's why I can't get into it.
Yeah, I've already got enough vortexes in my life. One of them's 18 years old and has an attitude. But we won't go into that.
All right. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.